What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Christian Hannah Horror here today. I'm going to do a Blu-ray DVD update. It's been a pretty good time since I've done one, and I don't want these to pile up too much. So let's just get started. By the way, I got a compliment in my last video on my shirt. This is another Fright Rag shirt, a Halloween 6 Curse Michael Myers shirt. Fright Rags is a great company. Please go check those guys out. So the first movie I got is A Quiet Place. This is the Best Buy Blu-ray Steelbook. Good movie. I just wish they didn't have to use CGI creatures. I thought if they would have made it a little bit more, you know, real-based as far as the monsters themselves. The CGI was just too blatant, I guess. My only complaint. Other than that, a great idea for a movie. So, next we've got the lovely Creepshow. I mean, this is a fabulous release from Scream Factory, and I'm kind of glad that they took a book out of Arrow's page with this hard shell kind of cover for the movie. Just a great release. The transfer looks fantastic, and what do I need to say? It's just one of the best horror movies from George Romero. Next we have the Blu-ray of The Howling, which I'm going to be doing a review soon for one of my patrons. A great release, and just, you know, I love it. I love The Howling. I might have shown this before, but I can't remember. Next we have the Halloween 3 Blu-ray that Scream Factory put out, the Steelbook, and then the Halloween 2, which is fantastic. Love these Steelbooks. They look great. Alright, coming up next is John Boorman's film of The Exorcist 2: The Heretic. This was an interesting movie. I liked it. It really wasn't exactly what I expected based on the trailer, but you know, I saw a lot more real-time stuff going on in a hospital room. I thought it was going to be like all this mining and stuff, and out in, like, you know, some kind of like desolate land area, but it wasn't exactly that, and I thought it was a good film. I wouldn't call it a movie. I would call this a film, if that makes sense. You know, really just like a story being told, not so much of a horror movie. But I did enjoy The Exorcist 2. An odd way to go for a sequel, but you know, not bad. And that's from Scream Factory. Coming up next is Vestron series Maximum Overdrive. You know, this is a pretty good movie. I've never really loved it, to be honest with you. I've always thought it was just, you know, okay, you know, it was okay. Good artwork on there. I forgot the gentleman's name. Is that Estevez, I think? Just a good movie. And AC/DC always. And I'm glad that they even put that featuring music from AC/DC. A good movie, but you know, not the greatest thing I've ever seen. You know, but I understand the charm, so there's nothing wrong with it. You know, coming up next this is going to be something I picked up for Halloween time. This is the Purge 4 movie collection. I gotta be honest, I had a blast with this. My favorite was, okay, so this is the first Purge, this is Anarchy, this is Election Year. Election Year was fabulous, and this was the first Purge. First Purge was okay, Election Year was so fun. I had a blast with Election Year. I just thought it was just a good movie, so. And it was a good way to kind of tie off the series or finish it off, because obviously the first Purge is more or less a prequel. But I got this at Walmart if anybody wants to get this 4-movie collection. Coming up next is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, Slenderman. And it's funny, it was so bad, I couldn't even keep it on my TV. I had to turn it off, much less, you know, just sit there and play on my phone. That's a funny thing. I can't exactly put into words why it was so bad. It was just dull. It was as dull as a $2 steak. That's the best way to put it. I mean, and the story of Slenderman, it was so creepy. You thought they could have done a much better job of this. So I don't recommend getting this movie. No disrespect to the filmmakers. It wasn't acted just particularly bad. Just did not come across very well. I mean, I hate to admit it. Next we've got Unfriended Dark Web. It was okay. You know, I actually enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed like the first 30 minutes of the first one. A pretty good bit. It was okay. This one, it's different. It doesn't take off in the same timeline, just all different story. Gets a little wacky, but then again, it's called Dark Web, so you can imagine that's, you know, it's going to go into a different place. So it's okay. It's worth checking out. If you can get your hands on it fairly cheap, let some time go by and let it drop, go ahead. Coming up next was a fabulous movie, Mandy. This movie kicked my butt. I never got it because I was never just a Nicolas Cage guy. You know, I don't go out of my way to get his movies. But when the horror community started talking about this, I was like, what am I missing? So I watched it. Just the film is as beautiful as this color is on here. I mean, if you see the movie, you know what I mean. A wild movie, just a wild movie. I'm not going to say anything to spoil it. If you haven't checked it out, guys, just trust me. This is a good movie. Give it a shot. Coming up next, don't remember if I showed this either. This is the tin for Halloween that I got from Best Buy, the Rob Zombie tin. It's the steel book. The Rob Zombie 2007 Halloween, so just wanted to show that again. You can get that at Best Buy, and actually I see them at FYE. Coming up next, here's a new release I got. I'm sticking on something. Trick or Treat, Scream Factory. Finally got my hands on it, and I like the artwork so much I didn't reverse it and put the original. I just kept that in there. Just love it. Just a great movie. I mean, it puts a smile on my face. I just love it so much. So that's Trick or Treat. If you can get your hands on that, obviously please do. Just a great release. You got some pretty good special features. I didn't watch all of them, but it's a beautiful movie on this Blu-ray. Very beautiful. So Trick or Treat, great. Haven't watched this yet? Somebody drop a comment below and give me a quick review on the Meg. I'm expecting it to be just okay, because I mean, how well can a movie be called the Meg be? You know what I mean? So, and it's got Jason Statham in it. I guess that's what he's down to doing, since the Expendables and all that. I don't know. But Rainn Wilson's in it, and being an Office fan, I'm glad to see Dwight Schrute in here. So that's going to be nice to check out. So give me a quick little review of the Meg, whoever gets to see this. So, and last but certainly not least is a movie I finally just watched for the first time the other night. That's Chud. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I just popped this in last night. Awesome. And Scream Factory gave it all the credit in the world in this release. Arrow, excuse me, not Scream Factory. I wish Arrow put out part 2, but I think Vestron did, and I would have much rather had Arrow put out part 2 because of the way they package and just make everything look. Arrow has a great look to their Blu-rays, and they're significant with the white, but Chud was fabulous movie. So that's this update, guys. What else is out right now that I need to go get my hands on that I haven't? I try to keep up, and I get out of the loop on buying new movies, then I'll get back into it, and I'm back into it right now. So let me know. So thank you guys for watching. This is Christian Hanna Horror. Please be sure to hit that little bell to be notified. Don't miss an upload. We'd love to talk to you guys. So that's it for right now. This is Christian Hanna Horror. See you guys next time.